Hey everyone, and welcome back to another episode with Immigrant in Sweden. And this time I want to talk about something that I saw in a comment section on YouTube, and I'm going to try to elaborate it as much as I can. Recently, a few days ago, I was watching a YouTube channel that is showing different restaurants and cooking styles in Iran, and this was just like the same day all these protests and killings and all that started, and this guy had just uploaded a YouTube video. And by guy I mean the person who had the YouTube channel, and in the comment section he had gotten a comment. I think it was a he. He had gotten a comment on how can you upload a food episode with everything going on in Iran right now, and he hadn't replied to this, or he had replied that his thoughts in the beginning of the YouTube video, but still this got me thinking a little bit. And when things you can think whatever you want, but this is just my thoughts. But when things like this occur, it's how tragical it may be, and it's awful. People are getting hurt and killed, but that doesn't mean that life around the world can stop for that. I mean, let's say things like this happen in your life, and does that mean you just roll over on the ground and cease to exist and don't move on with your life? No, that doesn't mean that. You still have to keep going. And again, how unfortunate and tragic and horrible it is, it doesn't mean that everything in life has to stop for that. Even if no matter what my opinions are about things like that happening, you can post you can post as much pictures and videos about terrible things, and this and that has to stop on social media and all that. It doesn't make any difference for the people who are actually hurting in a certain country. You can post your opinions as much as you want. You can go protest as much as you want. That doesn't mean the hurting over there stops. And it doesn't mean that the person like me or anybody else doesn't care. You can still care about things like that. You can still have an opinion about that. Posting something on social media, a picture that this and that is horrible, doesn't change anything. Doesn't hurt. Doesn't mean the hurting will stop. It doesn't mean that the stupid leaders in a country hurting the people are gonna stop just because you're posting a picture or video on some website or app. It doesn't change anything. You can have your opinion about that, but that's my opinion. And I understand that you want to air your opinion, but it doesn't mean that the hurting in that country will stop just because you're posting a picture or video here and there. If you go to the country and you're actually fighting the aggression and all that, that's a way to make it stop. It doesn't mean it will stop, but that's a way to actually try to make it stop. A picture and video here and there doesn't mean it will stop. And like I said before, life has to continue. It doesn't mean how unfortunate it may be that people are getting hurt. Life can't stop because of that. We still have to move on. Life has to move on. But we can still help in any way possible. We can still send clothes or try to get some food aid or whatever to those places. But it doesn't mean that life has to stop. And you can see a little bit on social media how people value different things more in this. I mean, right now when I go on social media, like for LinkedIn or places like that, I can see some people telling how tragic it is about the incidents in Iran, but it's not at the level as the previous war or the war in the same region with Palestine and everything. You can see a lot of people telling that should stop, but you don't see as many people regarding this. Why it's like that? I don't know, but it's just what I've seen the last couple days. If you know why it's that way, please comment or tell me your opinion in the comment section. But keep it professional. And the way things are right now, I mean, if the people there do get a better life with if the U.S. goes in and everything, I can only hope that whatever happens afterwards turns out for the best. I mean, you have seen countries that are liberated, and afterwards it's just chaotic, and it takes decades to turn it to something better. But yeah, time will tell. And yeah, it's beginning of 2026, and if you see my previous videos, situation in Sweden right now, it's kind of like the same as before. You have a lot of people, both Swedish and foreigners, out of job right now. It feels like almost half the country, but time will tell what happens in this year. You have an election in Sweden after the summer. We'll see how much change that will do. But far as it goes with my situation, I can only focus on myself and bettering myself, and do as much as I can to make life better for myself. I mean, I'm going to school. I'm trying to find a full-time job. I'm moving forward, doing my regular gym sessions, and yeah, for those who give a damn, I've started a podcast for a little over a year ago as a hobby so far, but we'll see how much or if I can do a living on that. That would be a dream, but so far it's just a hobby. And for anybody watching right now, and you're feeling that not much is fun, not much is worth doing, please don't give up. I feel like giving up almost every day for nothing is happening, and nothing has happened for a good while. But sometimes, as much as I myself don't always feel like that, we can't just give up. We have to move forward, and no matter how hard it is, we still have to move forward, do the best we can. If it comes to that our last 20 years in life will be great, but we have to put in 5 to 10 years of hard work at least to make those last 20 years feel better, then maybe we have to do that. I mean, I'd rather have the last 20 years of my life being the best years of my life than the shittiest years of my life. But as much as I most days can feel like I want to give up, I can't afford that. And it's much more fun to see what the end game will be. So for any of you feeling like to give up, don't. Sit down, make a plan, move forward. And that's what I think I had to say for this episode. But don't give up. If you feel like you want to talk about this, please comment your thoughts on anything you want, but keep it professional. And until next time, you take care, okay? And have a great January.